Alright, what's going on everyone? It's Maximus Trades back with another video. Today is episode 14, I believe, of the $150 to $1,000 trading challenge. Today was our first day trading Asia session properly, and as you can see, we went break even the day. We took 3 trades, and here are the 3 trades we took. So, zooming in a little more, we took all 3 were shorts. We had 1 trade hit full TP over here. We had 1 trade reverse back up to break even. We had 1 trade get stopped out. So, breaking into my strategy for Asia session. So it's something I developed over back testing. One, it's very simple. The first thing I do is look for a high time frame draw the session may be attracted to. So in this case, the high time frame draw was a fair value gap. It could be like a high fair value gap or whatever. So I saw this for bullish fair value gap, which is unfilled. 2, matter of fact, one really big one right here on the 4-hour time frame. I'm like, you know what? I think price may want to come down and retrace this gap because we had this bearish fair value gap, which already been retraced multiple times. So I'm like, you know what? My bias today is shorts. So like identifying this high time frame draw helps me get my bias going. And then after that, Asia session is often really volatile, unpredictable, and straightforward with its price action, meaning if it chooses a direction, it's going to go. So you won't really see any retests, but today was a really good day in terms of like price movement. So we came up right on Asia. This was Asia open right here, right around here. We just came up and let me mark it out right around there. We just came up and came down, swept out into this order block, and reversed back up to these highs, right? So my first trade was this short, right? A very straightforward trade. We didn't have an SMT or anything. Don't think we had SMT. Yeah, we didn't really have an SMT in the first trade, but what we did have was that's not it. Wait. I have to zoom in every time. What we did have was this inversion of the gap over here, which I'll mark out. This 5-minute inversion, and then we just entered. 1 minute. We just entered, as you can see. Let me zoom in. We entered off this inversion and the retest, and the trade looked good at first. We got stuck in this choppiness, and eventually, I don't know why, we almost basically came down, almost inversed this fair value gap here. Looks like we reversed off, then fully went up off some really weird price action over here. As you can see, some really interesting price action, which ended up stopping us out. And this was when we lost $20, right? Now this trade over here, this trade was very similar to the first trade. We just kind of wait for that sweep. So yeah, let me break it down. So the first thing we look for is the high time frame draw, which encourages us to take shorts. Then we looked for our sweep. So we had a sweep here for our initial trade, which was the bearish security sweep, and that's what made us take that short. And we also had this bearish security sweep up here, which also made us take the short. And this trade was a lot more successful, but we still ended up making no money because we got stopped out at break even. I should go like this actually, right there. So what happened was we had come down, similar thing, inversed this bullish fair value gap over here, and had this little retest, and we entered off the retest of this fair value gap. And on the 5-minute, we had our fair value gap inversion here. I'll mark this one out. So are we really going off inversions on the 5-minute? Our main things after sweeps. So, and then obviously a 1-minute confirmation for us, which is this small fair value gap inversion. Filled it in, came all the way down to right around here, and we ended up getting reversed up and stopped at a break even. But we entered this short immediately after we saw a 1-minute inverse because we know we wanted to keep dumping lower, and we took our fully take profit at this low. We could have initially gone down and continued targeting these lows like we did with previous trades to hit our target, which is ultimately low-key kind of far. All the way down here was our target for the day. We didn't really reach that, but it's fine. We still kind of dumped. We caught 3 shorting opportunities. And similarly, if you look at the other way around, there were longing opportunities. But there are lots of things I learned from this trade, even though we made no money, learned from this day of trading Asia. So first off, it's really unpredictable. Like here we have these random retests, random reversals, so we have to be really cautious and start targeting lower like we did here. And this is a rare instance of price actually going down to like our full take profit, but as you can see, it took a lot of time to do that. Like if we would have stayed in this trade and say we wanted to target all the way down here, it would have took us a lot longer like an hour, right? We'd be stuck in the trade for an hour, and if I would have trailed my stop loss, definitely would have stopped out here and stuff. So I think targeting smaller moves works best. Finding the right entry. This was a scuffed entry because you entered off a little inversion, right? Being patient. This was a fine entry. I don't think this trade was just really unfortunate. I don't know what happened there, but maybe because we were targeting proper lows. So finding the good entries, finding the best high time frame draw is the most important for sure. Finding solid entries like we did over here. Sorry, over here, even though we got stopped. Finding solid entries is very important, and targeting is also very important. Trailing your stop loss. I feel like moving your stop loss to break even a lot earlier and trailing your stop loss, taking partials is also equally important when it's unpredictable Asia market. But overall, for episode 14, like first day trading Asia, we made one we this trade we made 15, and we got stopped at a break even for like $5 here, and we lost $20 here. So we really just went break even, like maybe give or take $2 or $3. So we went break even today. So we hit one trade, lost another trade, break even another trade. So 1-on-1, one for one, you could say. So I'm not really too mad. I think we learned a lot today. Hopefully we can catch something similar tomorrow. Find our hard time frame draws, find our sweep, find our 2 confirmations in the 5-minute, 1-minute. That's my strategy. That's what I'm going with. From tomorrow, we can start targeting more achievable targets, like shorter time frame targets, finding A++ entries, and being a lot more active with our stop loss management. But if you look at the market right now, what is Asia doing? Looks like we're ripping above these highs. And you can see prices really starting to slow down. So yeah, I'm not really too sure what's gonna happen, but I don't think I'll trade New York Open tomorrow. I've always traded New York, but like I said before, things have changed, so I've been trading Asia now. So let's see if we can catch a good trade on Asia tomorrow. Anyway, that's enough for today. That's Maximus Trades out.